Hello everybody, this is the Bear, and we are doing our very first episode of Toxic Players in Paragon. Here we've got our friend Revenant, named Deadpool VZ. At this moment, he is spamming for help, and rightfully so. He's being chased and for a long distance, and our friend Grux here, the one that should have probably came to help him, decided not to. And we're going to speed it up. The reason I showed that is that was a seminal moment for Deadpool. He decided that that was wrong of us to leave him alone in that. So you can see he's stopped here as he spams to everyone about the issues he's having and how hard his life is. He makes the executive decision to start doing what he does for the rest of the game. So we're going to leave it on a little bit faster here and talk a little bit about what this man ended up doing. As you can see, he damages himself under tower and then find someone to kill him. Awesome. So as we watch this extremely fast version of events, I'm going to have it on speed a little bit here, and then I'll probably speed it up a little bit more. We're going to kind of run through some of the toxic comments that this guy decided to make during the game. You'll see them scrolling at the bottom. So the first thing that this player did that I find absolutely abhorrent is he decided that, oh hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be toxic right from the very beginning of this game. So ever since the very first moment when we were starting to choose our characters, he was being unbelievably toxic, as you can see at the bottom of your screen as we continue playing this game. As soon as his team does something he doesn't like, he begins to feed the other team in order to ensure a loss. Now it's really interesting, we'll show the final stats at the end of the game, but we actually were winning handily and continued to win handily throughout this game. Once you account for the fact that he managed to kill himself so many times, if you back that out, we were actually very far ahead throughout the entire game. Me and the fellow players on our teams were doing so well. But again, because of the number of deaths he got and gave to the other team, there's simply not much that we could do to stop. Now, as we go through here and we kind of look at all of his toxic comments and all of the things he's doing and the 18 different deaths that he decides to take for himself, you're going to notice him stop occasionally, and that's to talk with the rest of the team and let us know how awful we are and how great he is, what a great player he is, and all this other garbage that's pretty common among really toxic players that have fun ruining games for others. That this player, Deadpool VZ, I decided to take a look at his Agora to take a look at, you know, what his deal was, because he kept insisting what a great player he was. So he was in low gold for a time before he kind of plummeted down to Silver League, which seems a little suspicious. But when you look into it a little more, you can see that he does this to teams all the time, over and over again. He's got several instances just within the last week of him doing this exact same thing where he has 0 kills and takes a bunch of deaths. I should also mention, if you are interested, you can check out the full version of this game with all the toxic comments that aren't being retyped and kind of cleaned up a little bit for the YouTube audience. I did do a live stream. I'll link it in the description, and it'll be in the card at the end of the video, so you can watch the you can watch this player and what he does happening in real time if you're into that. It's the second game of that video. The thing is, it's not like Epic Games can shut down every toxic player there is. There's probably too many of them. And the thing is, especially someone like this particular player, Deadpool, he does play sometimes and actually help his team occasionally, even with his toxic language. So it's really tough for them, and I get that. Figure out every single player that's doing a bad thing and every player that's doing something abhorrent. You know, ruin the game for everybody else who's trying to play. You know, catching all of them and doing something about them is extremely tough, but if nothing else, doing videos like this makes me feel a little bit better, and I hope that you guys might too enjoy calling these sorts of players out often and always, because it's just crap that this sort of stuff continues to happen. There are harsh punishments, and I understand that, and there might be other ways to handle players like this, and I'd be tempted to hear your thoughts and what you think. We were at 19 to 29, 19 kills to 29, but when you reverse out his 18, you see that we were neck and neck. And when you consider the fact that we were winning the game handily right up until the fact that Deadpool decided to start getting himself killed, what do you do, as they say? except make a video about it on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Baron, doing a series about toxic players in Paragon. If you like what I'm about, you want to see more of this sort of content or some of the other stuff that I make, I like to stream and play with players that are on that stream, so come and check out my channel. I am the Baron on YouTube, and yeah, like, subscribe, and all that stuff if you feel up to it. So thank you so much for watching.